Me and my fiance, we bought a new house. It's crazy. So finally, I will have a real lab, bigger. It's too odd. Hi.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna go and look for my headphones because they're not here.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Your painting, your bird was come out well.
Oh,
Yeah?
I just got art. Yeah,
Okay.
no, they'll be lovely.
Mm.
Yeah. There. My camera's.
Hi. Sorry.
It's okay. How are you?
Good. And you? Oh, perfect.
I'm good.
You already
I
have
already
it
have
in
this
white
right here.
magic.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to wait, Geneva, a bit. Let's see. She wrote in the morning that my morning, that she's well now.
Good. Hello.
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 I close the windows. Yeah. Perfect. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Okay. Good. So, all of you have a white mask, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, perfect. Now, as first step, I suggest to pass fast layer with something like beige or light brown, really light brown, or chypria colors or sand colors, or
Like a cream.
super light skin tone, just to cover the base.
So I would mix this too, right? Like maybe.
It's a brown
This
and a
brown
white,
with-
are a brown and white.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I would mix them both. Just
Yeah.
to make a lighter color.
I suggest you to put the white and a really small quantity of brown, because if you start from brown, you will have a ton of color.
Okay.
Go slowly with brown, because otherwise you will have too much color.
Okay.
Okay. If you want hotter color, you can also add a bit of yellow or red if you want a warmer color. This is all on you. Perfect. Exactly that. I told you to buy the
This one
brown.
better?
I think yes, but I cannot see really well your white.
Let me get a little bit more of light in here. That.
Yeah, I think yes, I see it like a super light pink.
It is.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. My teapot is screaming.
If you need a reference image, I suggest you to take an image on the group or on internet online. Take a reference image. Okay. I use a flat and with soft bristles brush. You can use a round one, but in this case, maybe flat is more comfortable, more easy to use. It's not really important.
So you just put this as the first layer, am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah. After that, I think that we will make some dry brush, different color in some areas around eyes and where your feathers bend to the outside. We will color also the external feathers.
Okay.
And then we will do washing. That is a fate jump. After that, we will fix some details just in case, and we'll have to put just the net on the eyes and the hang system. It seems long, but not too much, and it's easy. I swear.
Okay. I believe you.
Good. Yeah. Trust me.
Okay, this is like a very pale skin color.
Very.
Like, is that good?
Yep. Yeah. Something
I'm
wrong?
not sure. No, I'm just asking if that color is okay.
I think yes, but you are the person that can judge better from us, because from your camera and my
definitely.
camera, maybe color part is the most delicate to show, because uh,
Yeah, I will agree to that.
Okay. When will be dry this layer, I suggest you to paint also 1 or 2 centimeter inside, just to prevent odd color from the back. Some of you have white foam, and it's okay. You can also don't do this passage, but in my case, where because I have red, green, and blue,
Yeah.
I have to. Luisa, with your water and glue mix, how it's what's
And
happened?
the text, well, it was, I mean, it was kind of tricky to get the, like the texture that, well, because the glue is too thick, so it would just, sit in the lines that we had carved with the tinsmith. So uh, I found it. I mean, it's just kind of mixed, half glue, half water, and it worked better than the first try of putting only glue. The only thing is that it takes a little while to dry, and also you have to put very thin layers because if you put a thick layer, it's not going to dry ever.
Yeah, I did it too, and it was sort of it was almost a 2-day process to get 3 coats. I had to sit and leave it for like hours and then come back, which is fine.
Yeah.
I do other things.
Exactly. Yeah. It takes a long while to dry out, but other than that, it is a good primer. I mean, it's not easy for it to flake out. To get to have it moving off the mask. That was my first thought, that it might, because since it's glue and this kind of child's glue, it's not like, it's not a hard, sturdy glue. It will just, I remember when I was a kid, I used to make like little bracelets with this kind of glue because you could just peel it off of your hand or off of different surfaces. So that was kind of a concern for me. But no, it doesn't. I mean, since it's watered down, it doesn't look like it will peel off that easily.
Good to know.
I've been using glue for a lot of things in work. Like this is paper soaked in glue and painted to look like tree. Yeah, and it's
really
hard to draw.
And it's for your job?
Yeah, I covered like hundreds of square feet with it to make it an oversized tree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
This was a sample for construction. White glue is kind of incredible.
It seems super sturdy.
Yeah. And they're all sort of different kinds of pieces of paper soaked in white glue and shaped.
So it's almost like a paper mache with glue, but like a little bit more a little bit more like upskilled.
Yeah, and then not pushed entirely. So some are bent and some are pushed in. Yeah.
And you hang it upside down to dry it, to let it dry?
Yeah, I pre-painted the paper, and then you soaked it in the glue mixture and pushed it onto the surface, but shaped it and pushed it. So you flattened some areas and then let it keep the bend so that the folds were there.
Yeah. Wow. It's amazing.
It is.
I did the plasti dip, and I forgot until after I'd done my final layer to make the plasti dip warm. To put it in like some just warm water, because when it's cold, it like just doesn't spray well, and I completely forgot until I was finished.
But you manage it anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm happy with it anyway. Like it's just it's a little bit like you can see it kind of where it's like small blobs in some places, but like once you paint it, you won't.
Paint can hide a lot of things. This is
The
just
texture might be nice
yep.
if you can see a few little bits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of on the edges, so that could work as like feathers.
Maybe it's just an excuse to make another one mask.
How much does a can of plastic dip cost for you? Like one spray can?
So I paid $29 for it.
Oh,
29 US dollars or Canadian or Australian dollars?
Australian dollars. Yeah, Australian dollars. So it's not too expensive, and I'll use it again as well. Like I thought I had some, and I went to use the can that I had, and it was empty, and so it's not like I'm kind of buying it just for this as well. Like I know I will use it for other things.
And how much would 29 Canadian dollars be in US dollars?
I don't know, 29 Australian dollars. Let me check.
Okay.
I bought it for
Right,
20.
it would be $20 American.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Plus shipping cost.
Plus
But
shipping costs.
I
Okay.
bought a lot of cans, so for my work, so one more, one less.
Yeah.
You know, because here it was like around $40 is what I found. So that was like I was like, okay, that's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this looks kind of good.
Waiting for color is the worst part.
Yeah, waiting for everything to dry,
Yeah.
takes a toll on your patience.
Yeah. And if you don't wait
Mm.
enough, you pay.
Yes.
Other shoes.
If you want, we can accelerate the drying process with a hairbrush, hair dryer with cold air. Just cold, not hot, or you will have to fight with shape again.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I started making a mask with my boyfriend.
oh,
Oh yeah.
We've been doing like jigsaw puzzles, and we finished the one that we're working on, and then the next day we were sitting down where we normally do the puzzle, and he was like, "Oh, I wish we had another puzzle," and I was like, "Do you want to make an owl?" Because I had the pieces out, and I'm like, "That's like a puzzle." So we started. We only got to like tracing out the pieces, so haven't done much on it yet.
oh.
But we had nothing to do. We were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make one. So we'll have more owls soon.
Please show us the pictures of your holes.
I will. And I think
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm doing another one because I think my second one will be better.
Yeah. Yeah, actually my mom came by and she was like, "Oh, so this is the famous mask," because I had it like, in the living room like drying out. And I was like, "Oh yes, it is." And she was like, well, I want one, so you better start working on mine. I'm like, now I have like 5 orders of owl masks for my family. My brother, my siblings want one, and also my husband was like, yeah, it looks interesting. I want one too.
How many masks?
And my sisters-in-law as well. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna start like this is gonna take a long time to make so many masks.
I'm happy to hear that. A bigger flock.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big flock.
Today in Italy is really hot, and here there is a lot of humidity in the air. My cat is spread on the floor
Mine is actually watching us.
and judging us, too, right? Yeah.
He's always watching.
His judgment is always hard.
And he's like, I'm not happy that you're making a no mask. You should make a cat mask.
Hey, while we're waiting, can I show you guys the cat mask I made last summer?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Please. Oh, this group is so nice. Yeah.
That's very interesting. We're from so far away, and actually, we get along very well.
Yeah, it's a good group.
Yeah, it's a very interesting group.
Yeah. It will be nice.
Okay, here we go.
Can take a beer.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow,
It's really-
that is definitely a cat mask.
Can you put it back? It cycled through the photos. I don't know how to.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Amazing.
I'll talk and then you guys can see it.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
yeah. So,
It's beautiful.
got net here.
Ah.
So, the net is
So
the net is painted so that you can see through it.
Oh, yeah.
Good job.
So,
But
if you wear it and look at a cat, what does the cat do?
Yeah.
Pardon?
If you wear it around, like, do you have cats of your own?
No, I have a dog and she doesn't like it.
Like the first time that my cats saw me with my motorcycle helmet, it was so fun. Like they all ran away searching for hiding places when I came in with the helmet on.
Oh.
And I would call them out and they would look at me, but they would not get close. Like, okay, you sound like my mom, but you're not really looking like my mom.
Tell me when your mask is dry, so we proceed.
That's gonna take a little while.
No, just to not wait for half hour without any reason, just to this.
Oh no. Fine.
To organize myself. It's a Tibetan belt.
Are you going in with your darker brown? Is this your dry brush?
Sorry?
Are you doing a dry brush with darker brown or what are you putting on?
No. I am putting a second layer of white because my plastic was transparent.
Yeah.
So I can sew a bit of blue, and I need a
Gotcha.
second layer. just on the central part, because the external feathers will be darker and the base is red, so it's okay.
Okay.
Sorry, no. I tell you how proceed, but all of you have a white base, so Ian and Terry had a color base, so you have not this problem. But just in case, if you bought a colored foam in a couple of layers, it's white. Same thing if you bought a transparent plastic dip or black one, it's easy to fix the situation.
So I have here a friend inspecting everything from closely. So he's just trying to get on my lap, but I'm like, no, I'm working with paint, so no, like, look at him. He is always very insisting. Like, I want to get on your lap, please.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, come on, baby boy, say hi. Look. There you go. Say hi, sleepy face. Hello. I'm Mama's boy.
Hey, cute buddy.
I always want to be in my mom's lap. I don't care what she's doing. He's a snuggler. Say hi. Look, you're gonna be famous. You're gonna be on YouTube.
He is like the cat's first dancer cat. Cats the musical.
Oh yes.
Mr. Mistopheles.
Oh.
Yeah.
With the white part here.
Yeah. Yeah, he's super, super, super loving. He can get very intense. Mainly when I'm working from home and he's like always trying to be on my lap and I'm like, cat, I have to work, let me work. But yeah, he's just so loving. Yes, right? You're the most loving cat in the world. Like, look for me. Look for me. He's like, I'm not amused. So once it dries out, what should we do? We should put in like the darker color.
Yeah, we have to make a darker light brown for the 4 strips of feathers that we put around the face, and then we have to put the same brown under the eyes when we engrave the round feathers, and make again, if you want a different shade of light brown or keep the same. I like make a different pinkish light brown shade for the beak, because in photos I saw that the beak seems a bit pink. I don't know if this is reality or my monitor or this image.
No, I think it is. I think it is reality.
Yeah. And I try to have this effect a bit better than my previous mask that is brown but not so pink. So I will try this time.
I like you.
This with a normal painting process, not dry brush. We will, now I show you. We will use dry brush here around to create this shade in darker brown. Here, a bit here, just to create the shadow. and under the feather that we bent on the external. With the same process, at the end of all, we will create again a bit of lights, because with washing, all mask will be a bit darker than now, so maybe we will need some light spots. Maybe you can find a easier and faster way to color. I am not super organized when I color, because I work with a lot of layers, and maybe sometimes I take off some previous layers because I need a particular effect, and other people maybe can do the same thing with less passages. And if you won't change a bit, there is no problem. This is my way. I like proceeding this way because I am slower, but I can have totally control of colors.
I'm just the same with oil paint. When I do oil painting, the good thing about oils that does not happen with acrylic is that you can erase and go back, do and erase and redo, like, because oil, since it takes so long to dry out, you can always change the color and even mix on the painting itself. So yes, I do understand that, because I start with my background green, and then it turns out into a light gray. It happens to me all the time as well. So yeah, I do understand layering and changing and the thing evolving until you're actually satisfied with it.
Yeah, because maybe I have a good idea that is a messy on my work, and I dislike it. So I clean, I erase, I modify. I will try to not show you the longer way. How is your mask? Is dry?
It's getting there.
It's getting there.
It's almost like 15% tacky.
Okay.
But actually, it's okay. Sorry, it's got such a shine on it. It was fooling me. I think mine's almost ready to go. Like 5 minutes away.
Perfect.
Now try getting it a light touch of white to mine, just because I'm not sure of this pinkish, like flesh looking. I mean, it's just kind of like, very light skin tone color, and I'm not really liking.
But don't worry. We will.
So yes, I'm understanding you, sorry. I'm never happy with my colors.
I can understand.
I'll just go in and change, and then do a little bit more and change it more.
Okay.
But that's a good thing about art, like you can give it.
I envy the super fast artists, because they are super sure about their work, super comfy.
Yeah, I envy most artists as well, because I'm not really. For me, it's really I'm very perfectionist, so it's difficult to be completely happy with my finished paintings or everything finished. So
I know that feeling.
So I see things and details, and I'm like, no, I have to correct it and correct it. And sometimes I go in so much that I end up screwing everything up. So when I'm kind of happy with it, I'll just have to leave it there, because then I know I'll just keep on going again and just ruin everything.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm liking it better now. It's kind of like whiter and, more like a Hedwig look. There you go. Because this color is good for the beak, but not for the rest. Yeah, I'm a perfectionist too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that Ian, when we finish this call, I'll keep on doing it and doing it and doing it until I'm actually satisfied with it.
You're free.
Yeah.
Geneva?
Yep, I'm just mixing up the colours.
Perfect.
Because I realised when I sat down that I didn't really have a lot of brown. So I just have to mix it. But I think it's almost dry. Yeah. A little bit tacky.
Okay. In the meantime, so we can prepare the darker brown. I use always a light brown, mixing white and brown or primary colors as you prefer. You can put some red and or yellow or both again. And this is just the base for the ring around the face color. The darker one for the shadow we will put in next layers with dry brush. So keep the color not too much dark, please, or will become a metal burn hole. I suggest to use a medium flat brush or a small round one to color easier between the feathers layer. After that, I will modify it a bit with red to have the pinkish light brown that I want for the beak this time. I try to show you. It seems really dark, but it's light in reality. Wow. Okay. Not color.
That's just, I mean, I don't know. Because I'm in love with this owl, so I'm trying to get
to replicate
the right colors for it. Just let me show you a second.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm really in love with this little fella here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm trying to get those colors. And yet it's like very white, his face, so that is why I toned down the kind of pinkish fleshy color.
With my first barn owl, before, in the middle of my work, I wash it with a big black washing, and it was so creepy, like Tim Burton creature. It's not what I needed, but I am a bit sorry to erase the result because it was really creepy. My God, for Halloween it will be perfect.
Huh?
Yeah, I think all my family is gonna use this beautiful masks in Halloween if we have Halloween because still lockdown is in process still. And we actually had some kind of like they did this Friday, like last Friday, they did a tax-free shopping day. And it was kind of like a Black Friday in the States. It was absolutely insane. So all the 3 months of quarantine that we have been keeping in place pretty much just blew off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mayor was super mad at the president because of it. So I'm pretty sure that we're not gonna have it on Halloween this year. But if we have, I'm definitely gonna, you know. I would have never guessed that you could actually paint foam. I mean, not with acrylic paint, at least. So it looks like the bottom part is ready. Oops, put my finger in there. So something like that, am I correct?
Ooh, fun.
It's nice.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
After that, you can work also projects on the beak and the dark line under eyes that
Oh, yes.
they seems with makeup, wearing makeup.
Yeah, they're always like. Have you seen that nature is the one who wears best eyeliner? Like my female cat, she is sleeping right now, I believe, most likely in my bed. But she has like this beautiful eyeliner under her eyes, like the inside of her eye is black, and right up the outside is like white.
Wow.
It's like, I mean, like I wish I could make such a perfect cat eye eyeliner.
Yeah.
Pardon? Lie down.
When we're so quiet, it's because we're really concentrating.
Yeah.
Working hard.
Yeah, I'm trying not to screw this up.
Keep in mind that vinyl and acrylic colors, when are drying, they became a bit darker. So always
Yeah.
keep colors a bit lighter, because wet is lighter than dry color. Okay.
Indeed.
First times is a bit tricky. Realize that and manage that. I remember my
quick
first
second.
attempt.
I'm gonna get something to put my mask on.
Okay. Okay, I am here. Oh, I use the lighter color for the lower feathers, and then I modify it a bit with a pinkish, less or more variation for the beak, and I add other red and yellow to have a more vivid brown for this line. Just because I am trying to do all things that I screw up in my first attempt. So it's a personal fight.
There's where.
Oh, I see it like really light brown, like an old leaf. Is correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you can see the detail here. I'm doing like lining out the eye right now with a darker, much darker brown. So I'm just watching the beautiful cute owl in my phone, trying to imitate it.
So, Sarah, it's so nice that the direction you gave for texture with the heat tools. This, as long as you've got a gentle hand with it, it's basically going to paint itself. Like it's really, you did a good job.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Thank you for this feedback. It's useful, really useful. Thank you.
Yeah, I already love it. I'm very happy.
It's easier to love it at the end of the work, because in the initial part it's just a odd puzzle that
it's abstract.
Yeah. Maybe it's a hole, maybe it's a trash bow. Yeah.
So my mom is coming over right now. She just sent me a text. I'm like, okay, I'm a bit busy right now, but sure. Well, she has been sick as well, so it's been a little bit hectic here.
I would like so much take a beer with all of you. Mama. It would be so
that would
funny.
be crazy.
That would be great.
That would be awesome. Maybe because don't tell Jan, but because he's not here, it would be a ladies' night out. Oh, that would be awesome.
But we all have to, when we get to the place that we're going, just walk in with masks on, and then like the robe and the mask, and then take it off, and it's like surprise.
Wow.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Really, really
Like
dramatic.
all of us. Yeah. Yeah, I just got like this little Greek yogurt jar just to put the mask on. It's helping me so I'm not getting ready.
I am doing the same thing with a color jar.
Good. Yeah, just thought like, hey, I should put this on a taller surface, and that's gonna help me see
But
better,
this mask is
and also not get my hands so messed up.
has also a small trick, because if you keep it with a finger inside the beak, you can move it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a handle.
Yeah, I was doing that,
Okay.
but still, I don't know. I think that with this, I can like have more angles to work on.
Yeah.
Like for example, yeah, I don't know. It just makes it easier to handle this way.
Everyone have.
But yes, definitely. I was grabbing it from the beak. So what do you girls do for a living? Well, we all know what Sarah does for a living, but what does the rest of you do?
I'm a scenic painter and designer. I work in theater.
Oh wow.
I'm a student at the moment. I was working in a costume shop, like I worked in costume for a while, doing like commissions and things, and like a few kind of stage things here and there. And then I started working in this costume shop, and it was great. The owners would like get orders for stage shows, and we'd make the costume, and then when they gave the costume back, we would put it into the hire collection, so then people could rent the costume. And they closed down because the owners had been doing it for 30 years.
Oh wow.
So I was like, the art and that kind of thing. There's not a lot of market. There's not a lot of jobs in Australia. We don't get a lot of funding for the arts. So I was like, I'm done. I'm going to change careers. So I'm going to university now, and I'm 36 in a class full of hungover 19-year-olds, which is always fun.
I feel you.
But it's good. I love it. I'm doing psychology.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I want to help people. So I feel like that's a good thing to do.
Wow.
And that way I can like sew and make things on my own private time, and it's not so stressful. Like it is when you're doing commissions, or you've got to force creativity, you know?
Yeah. Interesting psychology.
Yeah.
I was thinking about studying psychology too, but then my husband proposed, so that went pending.
It's really fun. I love it. Like just learning about how people work and how society works, and it's just really interesting to me.
Secret codes.
Yeah, right? And we don't even know it. Like, and it's all subconscious. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to wait this to dry a little bit more. But I'm happy. It's looking good.
Good.
I have a very nice outlined eye. Let's see if you can see it.
Nice.
Aw.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like a grayish brown. It's very interesting. The eyes of this owl.
Then to make a bit of Tetris with the time, I suggest to make the washing after this part. So let all the color completely dry and then make the fade jump.
Okay.
But it's really important that all is completely dry. Also in the space between where you are gluing, where you glued the strips, because the washing has a very liquid color, and if in some point there is still wet color, this color will be move and will run on the rest of the mask. It's not so a big problem, but
yeah, it's gonna give you a little bit of a headache.
Always can be fixed, but it's better try to work clean. Just try.
Stay there, stay there. Thank you very much.
Cute. I think I just got recorded doing a bad habit thing. I licked my brush to make a point. I'm super trying not to do. But it happened.
Well, I usually tend. I think when I'm concentrating, I tend to bring out my tongue, like kind of bite my tongue. I believe you have several shots of that one. The past sessions and this one. So yeah, all our bad habits are gonna start popping up. So the other day, since Sarah was mentioning that I could find all this interesting films in cosplay shops, I was searching if we had cosplay shops here in my country, and we do not.
Maybe you should start one.
But the nice
I think I could get rich.
but the nice thing is that the most of all cosplay supplies are not created for cosplay. So maybe you can find them in different kind of shops. So a kind of some forums are um, eh, for padding motorcycle helmets, or padding computer boxes, or padding the inside or fridge where you will have the colder tube. Or you can find them in, we have something like dollar stores with Chinese. In this
Okay.
place we can find a really cheap foam like this one, and the difference is not so much visible.
Yeah, because
And being
this film, I got it in. I mean, you can find it easily in arts and craft supply stores.
Perfect.
But even though our arts and craft supply stores, they are not like. I mean, there are like three, maybe four that are really big and that are kind of decently supplied. But for example, other than this foam, you're not going to find it there. Like, I mean, I have never seen foam there. They have like this, like the computer, like for you to protect computer or something like that. That it's like this white, high density, very lightweight foam. But pretty much other than that, I mean, you find foam, but like for furniture, things like that, I have several stores nearby. But like the kind of like the high density thick foam that you can kind of like the one that I was checking out when you sent me all the references of different foams. I haven't. I mean, I think I have seen it maybe, but it's not. I mean, yeah, I would have to kind of like start searching in different kind of hardware stores.
Scrapbooking stores, or part of stores that has scrapbooking, or for a thicker form you can use yoga
Yoga mats.
no, not mats, brick, yoga brick.
Oh, the yoga bricks.
Yep.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
because
form.
Arts is not. I mean, arts again here. Arts is not funded. I mean, most artists pretty much go hungry in this country. And I can say I studied music, so yeah, it's not very easy to get. Like, I mean, I only have seen one really tiny scrapbook shop, and it was kind of surprising because like, oh, do they do scrapbook here in Colombia? Because I lived in the States for a while, so I actually know that the States has lots of arts and crafts, and like me, it's a big thing there, those kinds of hobbies. And actually, like in the States, you have like, a big shed full of different tools for hard, like, you can do carpentry and things like that. And normally people do it. Like, normally people do everything in the house, like, because I mean, construction and things like that. Like, to have a handyman to fix things for you, it's very expensive in the States. Here, I mean, I know people. I mean, I know people who drive and they don't even know how to change the tire in their car if they have a flat tire. And actually, even carpenters and people that have come to install things for me, like my kitchen cabinets or other things, like they're like, "Oh, I left this at my shop," and I'm like, "No, don't worry, I have it." So I have lots of tools, and they're like always super surprised, like, "Oh my god, you're a woman and you have all these tools! Like, what is it? Like, are you okay? This is insane." And I'm like, "Well, no. I mean, for me, it's normal because again, I kind of live in the States for a while and things like that. Even though I do not have as many tools as anyone in the States, but still, so it's not very. I mean, here the arts and crafts, it's not something that has lots of movement. So we only have like 2 or 3 shops that are really, really big and that they actually have a decent supply of stuff. And then like, the foams and things like that, I would have to start searching like in car supply store or things like that because I'm definitely not gonna find it.
Mm.
Upholstery shops.
Yes, maybe. So yeah, so it's interesting to see that, and all of you girls were like, "Oh, and a cosplay shop," and I was like, "That's gonna be tricky."
No. In Italy, there are not cosplay shop, just online, but no one has a cosplay shop in a city.
Actually, fun interesting fact. I searched for cosplay shop, and actually several sex shops came up, and I was like, "Okay, no." Because they sell customs, so I don't know. So Google was like, "Well, you're looking for customs? Here, sex shop," and I was like, "No, that's
No.
not what I'm looking for."
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the funny facts for you to treasure from this interesting session.
Ancora fa bastardo. And what instruments do you playing?
I'm a singer and I played the piano a little bit.
My sister too.
Yeah, I love it, but I would end up starving to death with that career here, so I had to switch up careers as well.
Have you a degree?
Tell me?
Have you a degree?
Yes, in music, yes.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I worked in hotels and things like that, but it's just, I mean, the payment and the amount of work they have to put in, it just was not worth it.
My partner is a professional piano player.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Deeply unstable blue artist household.
Yay! Yeah.
I had some problem because I play classic guitar, so
Oh my god, I love classical guitar.
that is also less appreciated than piano. Classic guitar, and people tell you not electric guitar, not country guitar. Oh, classic one.
That classical, I kind of know.
But what do you play exactly? Medieval music? Yes. Also.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Agustin Barros could not be classified as medieval, I'm pretty sure.
I can play some liuto ballads, but with the classic beat, there is a lot of music more.
I love classical guitar. Actually, I have an ex who was a classical guitar player. I think that's how I fell for him because I played the guitar. But no, he was really messed up in the head, so not a good option. But yes, I did. I mean, I think, yeah, normally music is not really appreciated because I'm a lyrical singer. I used to sing, like, that is my base. That's my, for me, I mean, that's why I studied. I studied lyrical. But again, since I was going to die and starve to death, so I started singing jazz to help out. And Colombian music in hotels and things like that. So, but yes, it's music and arts. It's tricky. It's not very easy to make a living. At least here in Colombia, it's most artists and sports, like and we have really important people. Like we have really famous. How do you say it in English? Like cyclists. Well, yeah. I don't remember the exact word. Like cyclists, like people who ride on the bicycle, and the Tour of France and Giro d'Italia. So we have like last year's Tour of France. It was won by a Colombian guy, Egan Bernal. And so we have like, we have really important figures in athleticism, in cyclism, in weightlifting, also in judo. Like we have several like, gold medal Olympics and, world champions and things like that. But it's still for them to fund any kind of sports, it's a struggle here. And artists as well, like we have very important international artists that are really expensive, like Botro, like Obregon, like Rao. They're like, really famous, really important. Maybe not Picasso or Van Gogh because those guys already did, but but who actually created, they created their own artist movement, things like that. And they're their paintings are ridiculously expensive, but still there is no support to any kind of art here. So it's like, yeah, it's complicated.
I don't know if there is, if actually there is a country that has a good base for artistic movement, people, and music. Honestly, I don't know if there is a country in the world that support these people.
Yeah. My sister's an actress as well. So yeah.
Who is an
She's an actress.
Ah.
My sister.
Theater or cinema?
Theater.
Nice. So it's hard for her.
Yeah, for her it's hard as well. Like we're both like, we're gonna start with them both. And actually, when I showed her the match, she was like, "Oh, you're gonna be my new custom designer." So I was like, "Well, I'm gonna contact you with Sarah. She's better at that than me. This is my first attempt to doing anything with foam. So yes, definitely, I will have to practice a lot before I can be your custom designer. But I can contact you with Sarah."
It's a start. The important thing is start and continue. And insist.
Don't get discouraged if you're not happy with what you make.
That's true.
That's the hardest thing.
And the fail is just a beginning or a normal step, because even if you do this as work from a decade or more, you can also have some epic fails. I made an epic fails last week, the day when I bought my home, and it's so epic, so ugly. I never did something like that. It's the ugliest things that I ever done. An horrific mandragora. I wake up in the morning. The previous night was perfect. I put the mandragora in a glass bottle, and I put the clear resin. All was perfect. I made just a mistake. I didn't try to use that material, foam clay, in the resin. And foam clay is a soft material with a lot of air inside, and I was tired and I don't think about that. And in the morning was so ugly that I lost half hour, I think. I was not angry because it was so ridiculous and so ugly. I can show you if you want, but only at your risk. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, please. I would have a good laugh.
I have to find a way to show you the before, because you have to see what I saw the night before the disaster. I can put it on the group. Yeah. Vediamo. Lockdown. Scrivi qualcosa. I made it during a game session in the night, so it was something to have funny, something to try for the last time. I put it on the group and I go to take the fail.
Okay, let's see the before in the group. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, cool.
Shauna, your mask looks kind of silver.
Yeah, I'm definitely working with a very grayish brown. Oh, nice. Oh, like a mandrake. She made a mandrake root. That's fun.
Yeah.
He's really cute.
Yeah. What's funny about my mask is that the base color is just that cream. So any color variation that you're seeing on the main area, apart from around the eyes, it's all just shadow.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. I haven't done anything with shading on the main part of the mask. So, I mean, the texture that's there is doing like all the work. I'll bump it up, but it's really, the shaping is really nice.
Perfect. So this is my epic fail, but epic, real epic.
Oh my god.
It's a totally disaster. It's imploded. It's, I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
It's the ugliest thing that I ever done, and I decide that this mandragora catch all negative vibes about my home, and for this reason, I will keep them with a tag. It's unlucky catcher mandragora. It's disgusting, but don't use foam clay with resin. It doesn't work.
Good advice.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna stay away from that one.
It's monstrous. But as I said, it's so ugly that it's funny.
It has its interesting spark.
Yes. So, your masks are dried or are still wet?
It's still wet in the outer feathers a little bit. But it's getting there.
Mine is still a bit damp in there.
Okay.
Fine. I just have to start this. Stop touching.
Yeah.
You are just started
Yeah,
to
that's
wash.
a problem.
You already washed it?
No.
No.
No. I just keep touching it.
Me too. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's why I put all the pencils inside the water can so that I have no temptation. You know, the water where you wash the pencils. Okay, they're now utterly wet. You're not gonna touch them anymore. That's how I stopped.
Okay. So tell us when your mask is dry. Okay. In the meantime, I will explain you what we have to do. We have to create a really dark brown, mixing black and brown or primary colors as you prefer. The important thing is keep this color very liquid. Okay, you have to add a lot of water and test it with a brush on a piece of paper. Not chicken. Kitchen paper.
No worries, we understand.
The fifth jump is use a large brush with this super watercolor, cover the entire mask, also inside these parts.
Okay.
Let it for 30 seconds, less or more, and always with a dry and clean kitchen paper. Damp. Yeah.
Plot.
To take off the excess of this mixture. The idea is that this color will remain inside the engravings and you will take it off almost totally from the surface, leaving also a bit of kitchen paper texture. You can make this thing in other projects also with toilet paper that is a bit tricky because it's so thin, or newspaper paper that create a more angulated and straight and strong texture, but it's interesting. You can also use cotton, fabrics, a lot of things. In this case, we will use kitchen paper. And have no fear about that, because if you also make a messy, you can use clean water, put inside a clean sponge or foam gum or paper and clean the surface, let it dry and repeat. It's better use a lighter color than a darker one. So if you have the doubt to have made a too dark color, put some water again.
Okay.
Just for first attempt, in years you will have clearest idea about the result, but if this is your first attempt, I suggest you to go slowly and maybe put a second layer with a washing technique. Okay?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Perfect. For this reason, the mask have to be totally dry.
Yeah, no, it's not there yet. I mean, you can still see like it's very wet at some points.
Yep.
So yeah, just wait a little longer. There's no rush.
No, not in this job. I imagine Ian that see the mandragora on our group and does not understand.
Yeah, he's like, did you change projects?
Yeah, and these. I will keep it off. Okay. In the meantime, I prepare my washing. I like to put a bit of black because I want a colder brown and it's faster use black. I can do it with primary color, but in this case black is good. And I add some burnt umber. I like this
I
brown.
just put a picture. I put a picture of my owl so far in the group
Oh, yeah?
because I went a little bit crazy painting it. I just got really into it, and I'm like, this is great. But it's kind of messy and smudgy, but I think it looks good.
Wow, you already done a lot of shade.
I just got into it, and yeah,
It's
I just got really
amazing.
excited.
Nice.
Oh
Ah.
my god, wow.
I just got really excited, and I didn't mean to zoom ahead, but now it's also really wet, so I might be waiting
Yeah.
for a while until I do my black.
Yeah.
But I just got really excited, so I just kind of dove in.
It
Wow.
looks beautiful.
Yep.
It's not really that pink or purple. It's more brown. I think it's my light makes it look very pink.
But it's really
Yeah, we
nice.
have problems with our cameras. It's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I just got really excited and I didn't stop.
I like the autumn color that you give to it.
Yeah.
So I will post under that my that that is the ugly one. Oh, it's flat.
Well, mine isn't there yet. Mine just looks like a child's owl mask with no shades, no nothing, just a little bit of outlining.
Mine too.
I tried to do
Without
a
your
little bit
eyes.
of outlining, but a little bit became a lot.
Yeah. It's really difficult to make a photo with this angle in the middle.
Yeah, it looks weird. But it looks cute too.
I like it so much. Good job.
Thank
It's
you.
so mysterious. So, okay, sure.
You're looking so cute. I wonder if this will dry someday. No, at least acrylic paint dries fast because oh my god, the glue it was much complicated, much more complicated.
I suggest to rip off some paper to have some sheets ready,
I'll just do that.
because when there is a lot of color and a lot of drop of color and you have to take kitchen paper, rip it, and rip a sheet and make pieces.
Yes, yeah.
I make a messy, so I have to prepare myself before.
I'm gonna go and get some clean paint roller because this one is very pink and white, so it won't be very black.
Luisa, you start with your work 29. Ah, non ha gli auricolari. She take the hair dryer.
Is that mask, is that a resin one, the one that's behind you?
Yeah. Yeah. This is in resin. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
amazing.
Thank you.
And do you sculpt it and then cast it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Thank you. It's in a mix of soft and hard resin, so it can be adjusted a bit to be more comfortable. Thank you. Yep. Yep.
So when you've like got the mold that you've made,
Yeah.
can you make only one cast or can you make more?
No. I use silicone gum for the elastic and soft part of the mold, and a hard shell in synthetic chalk.
Yep.
In this way, I can cast rigid mask and take it off from elastic silicone covering, and I can use them 20 times, maybe
Wow.
a little more, and then I have to remake the mold because the hot temperature of resin that resin creates for catalyze ruins the mold. So it is not eternal, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can. I have a lot of molds, and I can use them several times. But for in this case, I had to take off the ears from the original mask and make 3 molds, one for each ears and one for the face, and
Oh, that
create
makes sense.
a bookshelf in 2 pieces shell to take off the mask easier, in an easier way. Yep. It's
Yeah,
quite,
that's fantastic.
yeah, it's also quite a nightmare because mold requires almost 2 days of works and 150 euros of materials. So it's a long shot
Yeah.
for something that maybe
It's a $600 or $700 mask, I'm guessing.
$7.
$600 or $700 mask. And like if it's that much in your material and your time, at least.
No, if the project, if I like the project, I ask for this one, for example, $400 because I have to scope the original, make the mold, and then deposit it in resin. But in other case, I made them just because it was my idea, and in this case, I cross my finger a lot. Because the original, the resin mask cannot be sold for $700. Other artists can do this. I not, because I have not a fan base or a lot of people that know my job and want my piece. So my prices are a lot of lower. I sold them for, I think, $150. I think that the minimum that I can, because I am interested in spread them out, and I like the idea that someone else can appreciate them. So so I try in this way. But yeah, it's hard work, but it's funny. Yeah. Yeah, if I like the subject, yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I like sometimes I like to guess and see if I have a reasonable sort of gut feel of how much something should cost based on what it takes to make it. And then sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's not so immediate. But the price of the finished mask can be change a lot from artist to artist.
Yeah.
Is maybe it's not the work, but it's the artist that make the price, the value of his art.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and today I discover an artist that create a face to hang to the wall. No, perfect, amazing. It's something that I cannot understand. Yeah, there are some robotic faces and old woman faces with amazing painting technique. I love follow work of a lot of artists and try to learn, look again and again and again. I can lose myself for an entire day on internet looking each pieces on Photoshop where I can spread the image and look the wrinkle around the eyes and all the things that are amazing. And make this small, it's not too complicated, but I think that it's very important to have someone that teach you seriously, and introduce you to use of silicone gum and other material, because I pay for a teacher that is really good and nice, and that make a difference. I learn much more than I thought and I paid. I see in the years that I made some complicated things that he never explained to me, but I had learned because he put a good basis and he gave me the instruments and the mental tools to understand how proceed in a different situation. It was great. Are you creating shading and details on the mask?
Maybe?
Geneva too? Again?
I am waiting for it to dry. It's almost there. Almost. I'm just playing with my paint. I've mixed up my color and I'm ready to throw it.
Louisa, you are muted. Wow.
It still hasn't dried full. It's kind of like, I know, it's still
wet?
around 70%, 75% dried, so I'm still waiting a little bit at my mom is here. So.
Alright. I'll stop messing with mine.
Uh-huh. We believe that, yes.
I like him though.
You. It seems like silver or not copper, bronze tone.
It photographs like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy.
So your is the creepiest one, the aggressive one.
Perfect.
Good. I am so happy.
Yeah, he's nice. I pulled out this big calligraphy wash brush that I couldn't bring myself to use.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah, do you want us to work on the outer feathers as well right now?
To modify the color or create the shadow, you mean?
Yeah, with the wash.
If you want, yes, absolutely. I am waiting for Louisa to can show her too, just because I think that maybe you have some experience and she's not with washing.
Oh.
But yes, if you want to start, you can take confidence on the external
Okay,
feathers.
So, how is the washing?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi, she's my mom.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
As you can see, lots of cats around.
Oh.
So, with the washing.
Yep.
Let me see if I have it. Okay, so I'm supposed to use super liquid acrylic paint in the darkest brown
Yeah.
and just wash it up. And then after
Dabbing.
the mask is completely wet with it, I'll just tap it with a paper towel.
Okay. Prepare
Yeah.
some sheet to be prepared to the raining color of raining color. I suggest you to work on 1/2 of mask, dabbing here, and then work on the other, just to have less material, less surface.
Okay.
And keep an eye on running drops, because you will find some running drops on the other side or on the edge. This is how the color is when I clean my brush, just to show you
Okay.
how much is liquid, how much water I put in this. I use a big brush just to be faster, but you can use what you want. And you have to trust in yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So I make in this way. I cover. Here I show you.
Okay.
I cover the entire surface. Give me a moment.
No worries, take your time.
And then I try to put the color also inside of feathers rings. Ecco. And then I take my kitchen paper and dab.
Okay, good.
I dab a little more when I want a light effect, so around the eyes and on the cheek and on the beak, clearly. I don't dab so much here where feathers are bent. As you can see, this is the effect and this is the other side. It's really darker. If you want, you can take a new towel and take off a bit more of color. but it's this is your call. When your paper is dirty, change the sheet. Otherwise, you will not take off the color. You will move it in another place. My mask became a lot darker. So I take a clean sheet, I put in a clean water, and gently, without press too much, I take off a bit of color in some areas, like this one, because I want the original color that I erase, clearly.
Okay. Yeah, she's paying attention. I hope you don't mind. Luego, después tú haces una, te hago una y tú la pintas. What? No? You want to do your... I'll make the mask and you paint it. Eso se va a ver, ya. Ahora sí. Entonces tenemos.
When you have to take off color, work in a perpendicular way of engraving, not in this way, but in this one.
Okay.
To try to don't clean inside the engravings.
Y para sí quedó atorado ahí. Yo quiero ver entre las líneas. ¿Sí? Quiero que se quite. So, es que esta fue la yo pico de escachar. Es que ya quiero otra vez allá y no te pasó. Me pegaron la cara. No pico. Y cógelo, pegado, cógelo. Y ahí sí también, porque es que no me, me están saliendo también aquí están entre las.
If you succeed, you have to obtain a bit more realistic result because it's almost a watercolor effect. This is mine.
I think my paint was too thick. I mean, too watery because it's didn't stay. So I think too much water.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having the same issue, staying in the lines, and I'm actually bringing out the one that is supposed to stay in the engraving as well. So I think it's too wet.
I think I'm happy.
Good.
That's good. At least one of us is happy.
If there is too much water, you can dry it or let it drying and then put another layer, maybe with a bit more of color inside.
Yeah.
But is better lighter than darker.
That's true. I can fix it.
Exactly. Also, darker can be fixed, but it's easier fix a lighter color. And I am a genius because I create a color that is perfectly the same of my feathers ring. I'm fucking genius. It's less terrible than that you expected. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Almost there.
Good.
All right. We posted a picture.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I see the judging cat on the background, and I.
Yeah, the judging cat. Yeah, he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Yeah,
Why are you doing that instead of petting me?"
I see your work.
This is always watching. He has never missed a session.
You.
Oh, Shauna, yours looks so good.
Thanks.
Okay,
Yeah.
look at this. Does that look good?
Wow.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. Oh. It's a Del Toro mask. Shauna, your mask it comes out from a Del Toro film, the Del Toro movie. I like it. Yeah. It's a compliment, in my opinion. I like Del Toro, Del Toro taste. Just to be
Thank you.
No,
clear.
it's okay.
I wish I can see where it would have been valuable to be a little bit more aggressive with the heat tool, with the carving. I'm not unhappy, but I totally see how it works together.
Yeah. For half hour after the washing layer, you can work with wet towel, wet paper to take off where you want in a precisely way the washing and represent the original color. I did this thing here on the beak to have it lighter and clean and in some areas, but I like this my vintage effect. I will represent the original color also with a dry brush later, but you can also work with the water just for an half of hour in summer, maybe a little more in winter, even if you have winter. Maybe not in all countries.
I am. I have no summer or winter.
If there is a cold weather. So, after that, we have to work with a thinny brush to adjust the details where you want that they are more visible. So if you want create darker line inside feathers or out under the eyes, and we have to color the big cut, the mouth, the line that we ignore until now. And then with dry brush under that, after that, we can work before with shadows to create a three-dimensional effect, also with color. And after that, as last passages and dry brush, we create some light spots on the cheek, on the beak, on the nose, on the profile, creased, at the end of all feathers rings. And you will use different brown to separate again the layer if you like it. So first thing that I suggest is work with thin brush and work on details that you want to see in a better way, especially the beak. That is an important detail that we cannot ignore. Vediamo. Ah! Nice, Luisa. You are cleaning your mask with water. You are muted.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna start that right now. Start cleaning it up because yeah, it's too dark for my taste at least.
It's nice. But don't be afraid, you can replace the color with dry brush.
Yeah. Again,
This is an art passages. Oh no. I see that you are not happy. I see you disappointed.
I start making faces. No, but I know that I can go in and just start putting much lighter tones on it, so it's not a biggie.
It's just an experience skill, this one, because first time it's always harder than second and third.
Because I'm starting to get something very interesting now. I'm starting to like it just because I have that nice spot there that I've already cleaned.
So work fast and take off all color that you can if it's a hot day in your country, because it became a bit harder in an hour. After 24 hours, you cannot do any more these things, obviously, because color will be totally dry and it will become plastic. I know that it's a bit strange, but I think that these passages create more realistic effect. All these spots and these irregularity in color give
More
the
natural.
life to the mask, in my opinion. I hope that you agree and don't hate me and your mask for I've suggested this.
No, it's good. The more imperfect, the better. More natural.
Yeah. In the future on other masks, if you don't want make this passage or if you want erase all, you can put another layer of color and proceed, or simply ignore these passages clearly. This kind of effect, the washing one, is perfect for rusty effect, oxidate effect, dirty effect, leaf effect. It can be modified with a ton of colors in a ton of way. It's really used in miniatures painting. Maybe in that painting it's a bit easier because the surface is smaller and bigger is your piece, harder is your job. I am sorry because I kill your smiles.
No, we're concentrating. I can really tell where I should have gone deeper with the soldering iron.
Yeah?
Like, there's some places where I was too worried about going too deep, and I didn't go deep enough.
You can make false lines, false details with a thinny brush.
Yeah, definitely on some of them.
Yeah, because with thicker foam it's easier engrave enough, but with this so thin foam I also made some engravings not deep enough. Oh, bone effect is great with this technique. Bones effect, if you make a green wash and a red wash before a brown wash, you will obtain a great effect. Yeah, the green and the red. Amazing. Not my idea. I learned it on a Patreon.
So I'm starting to light it a little bit with white paint just because I like the dark lines inside, but I feel that if I keep on washing out, I'm just gonna end up washing everything. So I'll just go in and start.
Do you like the result?
Tell me?
Do you like it?
Once it's all very white and very dark in the lines, I'll like it. So I'll just go ahead and do just dry brushing for a while.
Yeah. Oh, you are already dry brush. Perfect.
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see it.
Oh, that looks great.
You are super fast. Perfect. I am working on my engraving and color them a bit more in some parts because I like to see the details, and then I will dry brush.
Ahora sí creo que me toca entrar con el delgadito a arreglarlo. Pues, pero eso un poquito. Oops, sorry. Sorry, okay. Just going over it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go for another cup of tea. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, now with a dry brush I work with shadow because I like make shadow because before light, so I use I'll try with a different brown just to have less matte, less solid result. Sì, aspetta, non c'hanno. Dove l'ho messo? Ecco qua. Okay.
Oh, it's looking so cute now. Now I'm liking it more.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cute.
So, for shadow, I put the shadow here inside at the base of feather rings. Here, where the band is deeper, okay? Around the eyes a bit. I think that it's important to make a shadow here on the bottom of the beak and here. I also create a shade on this line that is the horizontal one, yeah, where feathers change direction, because it seems that Barnaul has these overlapping feathers in this point they can put on and off as they prefer, that I like so much, so I put the shadow in that point.
I have to wait this for this love. I'm gonna go into the details.
For dry brush, I use this kind of brushes, flat or round. Are the cheapest one, the children one, yeah. Also that it's okay, but I like hard bristles because in this way they don't go inside the engraving. Or a ruined one, an older one. But if you like this,
I use this kind of brush, like the fan brush, and I just go like this way against the lines. That way I won't get it inside. I mean, if it's going up to anyone.
I have one of that brush and I never find the way and the courage to use it. Maybe I will try.
Yeah, I use it like this way, like against the lines, so that way you don't have like the bristles going in, but I like it a lot. It looks good.
My cat love it. Okay, I will try this new brush.
Not yet.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm talking to my partner.
Oh, no, sorry.
He wants to know if we're done. Nope. Oh yeah. He wants to feed me.
Just say hi to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
My barnhole is ready to dance for a Saturday night.
After we've painted it, how do you suggest that we seal it?
I suggest to seal it with, if you have transparent plastic, it will be the best. Otherwise,
More glue?
maybe yes, but if it's for external, so the one that does not becomes wet anymore, even under the water, because the hobby one becomes wet if you put water on the datum, and this is the big deal. Okay, it's a deal just if you run under the rain with your mask. If you use at party, it's not a problem. But
Yeah. Okay.
in reality, even if you don't put a sealer, color, it will remain in a good way. I have to admit that these materials works well for this kind of hobby or inside use mask. But if you find a plastic dip, transparent and matte, it's great. But you have to put just one or two thin layer, not more, because after that it becomes a bit white, and you will see it. So you have not exaggerate with plastic dip as sealer.
Okay. I still have it?
Hmm?
You. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm liking it. As I add layers and layers of white, I'm liking it every time more. Like, look at it. It looks so good.
I like it.
Oh, it looks so texturized.
Yeah, it has like, I don't know, it's just starting to get some shape and form, and it's starting to look better.
Mine is becoming darker and darker and darker.
Nice.
Here I am in late evening. Yes, evening, and I use a green bluish brown for shadow, and I think that was a great idea, and it's a bit strange, but I like the result. But I am really afraid to have the wrong light in my room, and tomorrow morning discover something like the mandragora on my table work.
Yeah, all of my browns are very purple toned browns, so I'm hoping it doesn't look too strange in daylight.
But I like them. Are so warm.
I think when I make my next light, I want to do all white instead of black, or like rub it with gold paint.
Wow.
So it's all like shiny. So I got like a dark one and a light one.
Nice. Can I try too?
Of course.
Thank you. I really nice that idea.
My friend Nicole is the head scenic artist for the big theater in Edmonton here. And one of the things that she really excels at is metallics. So working with undercoats that are different colors and using real metallics as accents, but the illusion of metallics on a large scale is something that she plays with and teaches. So if you look at Nyx Paints is her Instagram, and she's been posting sort of tutorials on how to use color to boost what your metallics look like, so they're more real.
Can you repeat her name?
Yes. Nix Paints. Paints.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She's a wonderful
look at that.
teacher. I was able to do a 2-week workshop with her last summer.
Oh. Thank you.
So this is what I'm getting. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna add another layer of white dry brush, and then I'm gonna start touching up these feathers just to make sure that they get back to their original color with the dark accents.
I am.
Oh, that looks so beautiful.
I really like it, but I'm gonna go back with a smaller brush and just do some more dot work. I like what the dots do for breaking up the color.
Yeah.
I have as always, if I have no idea, I erase. I have
Give me 1 second.
create all lights again. But as I said, I cancel my previous passages every time. And I fix and fix and fix and fix. So.
Mine come out very dark, but I think I need to go over some of it, just rub some more of it off a little bit while it's still kind of workable. But
it's really nice. It's no more a Christmas haul, but it's really cool.
The next one will be the Christmas owl.
Okay, now I will try the fluffy brush. Ah, haha, it's not so easy. Ah, my God. Oh, it's really tricky, this brush, because it's soft, super soft, and usually I am violent with my brushes. Yeah, I push my dry brushes hard, and I obtain what I want. And in this case, ah, hmm, it's difficult. Ah. Oh, come. No. Hmm. How she can manage that such big brush?
Need to get some clean paper towel.
Oh, Mama. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna kind of picture the group so you can see it a little better. And I'm gonna start adding a little bit of shadows.
Yes. I obtained almost the same result of the last time. Come.
Oh. Get it there. Now I'm getting a better white tone.
I tried your brush. Ha! It was super difficult to use it. You are very gentle touch.
What I just like, I'm gonna show you here with this one. So I just, you see that it's almost dry, and I just put it like this and just start doing this.
You have a super gentle touch.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's just to just kind of like, it's just, since it's dry brush, you just kind of like just really gently and always against the engraving.
You do.
So that will give it.
the
That effect.
exactly opposite of me, because I use the super hard brush and I push a lot. So I tried your brush. I make one passages. I need a flatter surface to try
Yeah,
this brush.
yeah, it's just like, kind of it. What I like about it is that it gives me not like this very flat brush, like it's just kind of like using a spatula, but with the tech with the bristles that it just absorb it. So it will definitely not get the paint in the engraving. Then that's
Yeah.
what I wanted. So that's why I like this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not the easiest technique, I might
No.
admit to that.
I learned a new thing. Thank you.
No, I just tried it on a little bit of mine because I have the same brush, but my engraving isn't deep enough, so I think I was too worried about making a hole in it.
Yeah, I do have some problems with engraving, like here, like you can see that I kind of like lost some part of it, but it's because, yes, it's very, very shallow as well. So I'll just go ahead and with this one, I'll try to show you like, this one has a little bit of watered down paint. So
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can do it while I'm showing you. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to keep on the same pattern of little dots that I have from the engraving. Like, I don't know if you can see it
Yeah.
right there. This is what I paint here.
I had the same
So
problem here, but I let the color cover the engraving because I like the move and have some interrupted liners and yeah.
Yeah. So this, I just kind of like fixed it a little bit. I don't know if you can see the difference.
Super well, I see perfectly.
So yeah, it's kind of like, that's how I'm working with this brush. But I mean, it works. But yeah, you have to be gentle.
You have the right hand.
Just many years of oil painting have taught me a little bit of, of this way of doing it.
I never tried oil painting for this reason. I was made a messy. Touching with the back of brush with my hand. No, I am a chaotic person. I am not adult enough for oil paint.
No, I like oil paint is because it allows me to correct as much as I want. I tried watercolor and it was an absolute disaster for me because I'm so perfectionist. So with watercolor, what you did, it's done. Like you do a trace and there it stays. There's no way of correcting it. But with oil paint, you can just go back in and retry and change color. And so that's what I love about oil paint, that it allows you to change stuff. No, it's very versatile, so that's why I love it.
So I mostly use gouache and watercolors to paint with. And I bought a small set of oil paints, but I haven't used them yet. They're just like children's ones from the craft shop, but I'm just not sure where to start.
Well, let me tell you, if you master watercolor, then oil paint is gonna be just a joke for you. I mean, I wasn't able to do watercolor, to be honest. It was just too. Yeah, it's just I get frustrated.
No.
I'm really liking my oil right now. Right now, I'm starting to really like it, and I'm not finished yet. At the beginning, with the very pinkish color, it was like, yeah, I'm not sure.
I think I might be overworking my owl.
But do you like the result?
Yeah. Hang on. A little bit there. I'll just fix that and let me show you.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's noble.
And I held it instead of putting it down when I went to get my paper towel because I just use one hand to get the paper towel. and it does look quite purple. Like the edges and the light, it's got the purpley brown in different light, and I really like it.
Yeah, it makes it more like a sci-fi owl.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. I will wait some photos to show it, to see the real colors, because I am really curious, because are so different one from the others, and I became crazy.
I'm really happy with the results that I'm getting now. At the beginning, I was not so sure, but now it's getting better and better every time.
You didn't smile anymore.
I was going again. Okay, how am I going to fix this? But no, fix.
Every time I go to do the wash over, like the very bottom and the top, they're still a bit wet. So I think I'll have to come back and do them, like, not tonight. I think I'll have to leave it and then sit down and do it when it's properly dry. Those are the bits that I kept playing with, and now they're just not going to dry tonight, I think.
No, I hope to have not make you lose your time or ruin your work with washing passages, because I really use it a lot and I really like the effect, and I hope that it did not create a problem to you and your hole.
No, I might be painting this for 3 days, but no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I will keep.
It's good. I just definitely need to go deeper next time.
I will take off these passages from my tutorial then.
Nah. Actually,
great.
I think this gives a more realistic effect. Also because it's so uneven, that it gets the paint so uneven that it gives it like, more like a better 3-dimension effect.
Yeah, it's like it kind of paints itself, as soon as you rub the paint in.
Exactly. So I have to put some shadow here. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, jeez. We're so quiet now. Like everyone is so concentrated.
Yeah. Sbagliato.
The good thing about acrylic paint is that you can actually go back in and retouch, right? The touch-ups.
Yeah. When it's dry.
Yeah, once it's dry, yeah, because if not, you're going to make a disaster.
I feel like that's where I'm at, so I just need to stop.
Yeah, me too. I got to that point. Look at this. I made a mess. So now I have to just let it dry.
Wipe it off.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Maybe.
more than wipe it up, I just want to tone it down. So I have to wait for it to dry up so that I can actually tone it down. Like this, kind of like, I don't see, oh, jeez. I don't know if you can see a difference, like this side from that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell.
So it's kind of like, that's what I want to get, to tone it down. So I have to wait one layer to dry, then put another, then put another. I'm gonna grab another quick tea while this dries out a little bit.
Hmm. Okay, I have to stop because I have to check the color with morning light because I have some doubts. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I need to let mine dry before I can do the wash on the bottom.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, you are muted, I think.
Yep, sorry.
Okay.
My partner was making a lot of noise in the kitchen. I took a picture of it molded to my face and posted it to the group. It's interesting how it changes the planes. But I like him. He looks like he's made out of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
It's like a chocolate box of Forrest Gump. You never know what you will have. Yeah, washing change a lot. The base if are dark and they require a bit of experience, but I think that it's a great technique that can be useful for many people in many situations. And maybe in this case it changed a lot. I hope not too much for your holes, but with a new attempt you can always remove this step.
I think I'm gonna do my next one, the wash in a lighter color, like a gold or like a pinky brown rather than like a purpley brown.
Ooh,
I'm just gonna play with it.
good. This is the spirit of washing technique. Yeah. Mm,
All pretty.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
I will show you. And I already see that I have to put some light more. Oh, it's really hard. Don't touch the mask again and again and again.
Yeah, I just want to keep playing with it, but like you can overwork it. So
Yeah, the only thing is check to not put too much color on one mask because a thicker layer of color can crack.
uh,
or you can wait for your boyfriend mask to color the rest of the experiment on that.
Yep. See what he does.
But you are making another mask with him, so you
Yeah.
yeah.
So we've got the patterns just like traced out, but we haven't cut it yet.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a puzzle, and I was like, well, this is a puzzle, let's go.
Three-dimensional puzzle.
Definitely.
No, let me show you my mask that is the brother. Fuck. I wanted something different, but no. I did the same thing.
Oh, you've got two of the same.
Yeah, definitely yes. I will show you the photos, but yes, is the twin. Not totally twin, but the twin in colors. And I wanted to make a lighter one, a pinker one. No, the same. So I had to make a third mask. I failed. It seems a bit yellow, but it's not so yellow. Pubblica. So in my opinion, next time we are able to finish that. We can adjust color, or if you want do alone, okay. And then we just have to put the net and paint it a bit. You, Shana, already know what I am talking about, and put the ring, the fastener. No.
Oh, yours looks so round. Mine's come out very flat after the painting and everything, but yours still looks very round.
Oh, yeah, I squeeze it a little more because I know that I am not delicate. So I have to make harder shape to destroy it when I work on the mask.
Ah, okay. All right, so next time we'll need the mesh for the eyes and the string and the rivet for the side if we have one.
Yeah, if you want put rivet, it's okay, but I suggest glue because rivet can rip off the foam. That is a delicate material.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
I think that it will be better strip of what I wrote to you later, or
I
fabric.
think ribbon maybe.
Ribbon.
Ribbon.
Ribbon. Yeah. Sorry, my pronunciation is terrible. Yep, exactly. Luisa, you are muted if you are talking with us.
Yeah, I was just doing the touch-ups. So now it does not look like I screwed it up.
Oh, it looks good.
But I can see the shade of brown. Yeah?
It's very subtle. If you look at it, do you see it better now?
Yeah.
Like it's
it's black.
kind of like, yeah, it's like I wanted like a very white snowy owl. So I'm using this is my dark brown, and it's I mean yeah, it's not dark brown. But I mean, I'm gonna take a picture right now and post it on the group so you can have a better look on it. Let me do it real quick.
Yes.
So you can see it a little better. There's actually one side that I haven't do the touch-ups, but it's okay. I'll just kind of focus this side that it's already done. So let me post it real quick so you can actually see it and see how it's ending up. So let me add here a photo. Look at it. Okay. It's up. Now I'm gonna do definitely a little bit more darker, like can you see it better there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's really well blended.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I'm good at, blending. But for me to be able to blend and keep the tone that I want, I just have to do the original tone and then just wait until it dries out and then start blending it a little bit more again. So that's why I'm like jumping in between some parts.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is kind of like what I have been trying to make the beautiful shadow and just I just wanted like very very snowy bar now.
A Christmas.
Very white.
Now it's the Christmas one.
Yeah. Yeah, originally I was going for a Hedwig, but then Hedwig is just too white. So that's why I switched to like a common bar owl, but just like the ones that are very, very snow white.
I am touching it again.
All right, I'm gonna go because it's getting late for me.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
Yeah, I know you're like very late night.
Very late.
It's not like I really have to be anywhere. Like I'm still studying, but like everything is online, so it's okay to stay up late. But I'm just getting tired.
Yeah, no, and it's better to not screw your schedule so much.
No. So next session. Someone have some ideas? Luisa, you when start working?
I will start working next week, pretty much like 29. I'm not sure if it's the 29th or if it's actually the 1st. So I'm still not sure on that. But I mean, if it's in the next 5 days, I'm good. I mean,
Next 5 days. Ok. Quindi venerdì, sabato, domenica, lunedì, martedì. Ok. Luisa and Geneva, in next 5 days, you think that it's possible?
Yep, I'm
Oh,
okay.
sorry, my internet cut out. Yeah, it should be fine. I've got like a few things. I've got classes sometimes, but it's like an hour here and an hour there. So there's no like real kind of days where I'm like, no. So as long as it doesn't overlap with one of my classes, it'll be okay.
Okay, I will have some problems maybe in weekend because I have some stuff to buy in some shops, but I think that I will make same hours, 1 p.m., 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. Greenwich hour for first oddio, Monday and Thursday. Lunedì e martedì. Non ce la faccio. Lì è martedì. Monday and Thursday. Tuesday. And maybe something for tomorrow, but I think that in 10 hours Geneva will have to study. right?
Yeah, I
So-
think I will.
So maybe
Yeah.
okay. Do you think that we can find a moment in Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, we can find a moment between Monday and Thursday.
Okay, perfect.
So I'll
So
try my best to be here if it's Monday. I mean, I'm really not sure. Like, it has not been absolutely clear, like exactly what day we're gonna start. But I'll try to be there. If not, you just can go ahead and do it without me, and I'll just catch up, and I'll send you the pictures.
I will try to propose the most solution that I can, and I try to understand if I can figure out how have a spot Saturday maybe in my morning, so you're
Afternoon,
at
midnight,
1
doesn't matter.
p.m. Greenwich. I don't know anymore.
One this time is I never would have volunteered that late in the morning for anything, but it's actually really good. It's great for me because nothing else is scheduled anywhere near it.
Okay,
Well, that's good because
That's good,
nighttime
good.
is good for me. So
okay, I will try. Please write me on the post if I miswrite something or if you have a solution, or please write me. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
Thank you very much.
I'm
So,
feeling better in a moment.
ah,
Bye.
Bye bye.
bye.
bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you again.
Oh my god, you guys are so cute.